The other big topic was gunships. Since we were touching the gunship behavior anyway, we decided to give this a makeover for 3.5. So gunships for us are ships that are heavier than the average fighter, and the pretty major part of the damage is coming from turrets. So there were several goals for us. The first one was we want them to behave in a pretty realistic manner, and we also want them to play quite differently from fighters. And it was also important to us that they play to their strengths. So the new behavior is that they are going to circle the target at a medium distance, roughly 400 meters. That's enough to see them clearly, and it's close enough for them to hit reliably, but it's still far enough that you can't easily get on their tails. And then they will try to bring the maximum number of turrets to bear on their target. And some of the time, for variety's sake, they will also do a frontal assault run, and they will use their front-facing weapons and also missiles. When the player is fighting a gunship, the critical importance is that he gets into the gunship's blind spot to make sure he's outside of all the firing arcs. Whereas if he's fighting against a fighter, it's more important to stay on the fighter's tail, because the fighter's weapons are usually all facing forwards. So he has to stay on the tail, which is quite difficult since fighters are very agile. But for the gunship, the tail could very well be a very dangerous spot to be in if it has rare turrets. On the fighter side, we want to focus on two main things. The very first task we'll do for this is to make them more fun to shoot at after an attack run. So once they're done attacking you and they are breaking away, we want to give the player more opportunity to get onto their tail, to chase them. And chasing them will become progressively harder the longer you are on the tail. And if you decide to shoot them and you actually manage to get some hits in, they will try to become more and more aggressive with their efforts to shake you off. So they will present themselves to some degree for you to get hits in, but you will have to work for it.